My name is Roger Bratchell. I joined the company in 1994, a long time ago, and I was a bookseller previous to that with Waterstones. One of the jobs is to manage how you can spend as much time doing creative things as being in meetings. So I do have a lot of meetings, spend a lot of time talking to people, either on my floor or in other departments. It's a very people-based business, so there's lots and lots of chat that goes on and you pick up lots of information from talking to people. I spend a lot of time obviously on email, dealing with financial matters, dealing with authors, dealing with agents, and a lot of time reading stuff as well. It's a question of trying to manage what you can do with each individual author or project. And so, for example, in the marketing department, you have to decide how much to spend on certain books, and that's a constant challenge. In book publishing, there's invariably one element that makes the difference, and it might be that the book is fantastic. That's the chief reason. So it generates the word of mouth that is essentially to a book's success. But then there are things like the cover. The cover of the book is, I regard it as part of marketing, because it's a part of how the reader or the public see what it is that you're selling. There's the price, there's who promotes it, which retailers promote it, where they promote it, how they promote it. There's the author. If you've got a fantastic author who is very good at selling themselves, particularly in the modern world of online activity, they can do an enormous amount to sell themselves just by capturing the imagination of the potential reader. And obviously we're involved in spending money on things like advertising as well. And if you have a good ad campaign, that can make a big difference. It's usually a whole load of elements coming together that makes a successful marketing campaign across a variety of different platforms. One of the most recent innovative campaigns that I've worked on was for Ian McEwan's Solar. Ian McEwan, obviously a huge best-selling author, and for this particular campaign we wanted to create a real sense of excitement and drama before the book was published, because we wanted to treat it almost like a film or a music release where everybody's absolutely anticipating the publication date of the 18th of March this year, 2010. And so we, in association with Waterstones, we ran a big advertising campaign advertising the pub date and pre-order details, saying you can pre-order this online or in the stores. And we got all of Waterstones staff to wear t-shirts with the pub date on it, which is fantastic. I mean, huge amount of coverage for the publication date, and the book was a huge success when it was launched. A brand author, obviously, that's somebody who is an ongoing writer who has a readily developed audience, and those tend to be treated as big budget authors. You spend a lot of money on them, and there will invariably be groups of people who meet regularly to talk about the audience for that author, the jacketing, the campaigns for it on an ongoing basis. They invariably are the authors who have a bigger spend. But then with emerging authors, obviously you haven't got an audience, you don't understand necessarily who that book is going to reach, so you have to do far more research, far more experimental stuff with them, and obviously they don't always carry huge marketing budgets, depending on the author.